5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thunderbirds are go.
This is CBS News color coverage of Man on the Moon.
We are counting down toward the launch of the Apollo 11.
It was 6 a.m., July 16th, 1969. Walter Cronkite launched an unprecedented 46 hours of live television coverage.
So it is now, before they go, that there is time to think of those three men, the burdens and the hopes that they carry on behalf of all mankind.
To cover the mission to the moon, CBS circled the Earth with a staff of more than 1,000.
This is Peter Kalischer in Paris.
From Seattle
to the Dam Square in Amsterdam.
Of the more than 3,000 reporters assigned here.
And then suddenly I see Wally moving his hand, and I cut to him. He had a tear in his eye. I see Walter, so I grab that shot. Walter is just rubbing his hands this way.
Wally, say something, I'm speechless.
Cronkite's loss for words spoke volumes. The world was in awe.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
People on every single continent, for the first time in history, watched a live television broadcast together. Cronkite used this to...
Tissot Muir-Harmony is a curator for the Smithsonian.
When you talk to people, their experience of Apollo, for the most part, is through this coverage.
Where does Apollo 11 fit in the history of CBS News coverage?
Its finest moment.
I don't... At the top.
It wasn't until they returned to Earth that these new heroes began to see and understand all they had accomplished.
Aldrin said to Armstrong after he read the newspaper coverage, "We missed the whole thing." And that's because they missed the broadcast.
Armstrong, Aldrin, and Collins are the best of us. And they've led us further and higher than we ever imagined we were likely to go.
Correspondent Walter Cronkite.
Pungent smells, they constellate my home. Beyond the black horizon, trying to take control. See my girl, she shivers in her bones. The sun is rising, trying to take us all. There's a fire between us. What is your God? Doctor Who pulling the game of life. Andy Kaufman in the wrestling match. Monopoly, 21, checkers and chess. Mr. Fred Blassie in a breakfast mess. Let's play Twister, let's play Risk. See you in heaven if you make the list. Now Andy, did you hear about this one? Tell me who you locked in the punch. Andy, who you goofing on Elvis? Hey baby, are we losing touch? And if you believe they put a man on the moon, a man on the moon. If you believe there's nothing up his sleeve, then nothing is cool. Moses went walking with a staff of wood. And Newton got beamed by the apple gourd. Egypt was troubled by the audible ass.
Here's something I found on the web. According to idoc.pub, Aldrin is confirmed to be a Mason, but his Rosicrucian involvement is unknown. Here's something I found on the web. According to der.ac.uk, he was a Freemason and was initiated into Lodge of Perseverance No.
Here's a little legend for the never believer. And here's a little ghost for the offering. Here's a truck stop instead of St. Peter's. I missed that Andy Kaufman's gone wrestling. So Andy, did you hear about this one? Tell me, are you locked in the punch? Andy, are you goofing on Elvis? Hey baby, are we having fun? And if you believe they put a man on the moon, a man on the moon. If you believe there's nothing up his sleeve, then nothing is cool. If you believe they put a man on the moon, a man on the moon. And if you believe there's nothing up his sleeve, then nothing is cool.
I remember very clearly, I think anybody who was alive at the time does, I remember my parents waking me up and we went down and we watched you guys land on the moon.
No,
which
you
was
didn't. No, you didn't.
What?
Because there wasn't any television. There wasn't anybody taking a picture. You watched animation. So you associated what you saw with...
I have very hazy memories.
I know.
You watched animation.
She packed my bags last night, pre-flight. See you hour, 9 a.m. I'm gonna be high as a kite by then. I miss the earth so much, I miss my wife. It's lonely out in space on such a timeless flight. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time till touchdown brings me out again to find I'm not the man they think I am at home. Oh, no, no, no. I'm a rocket man. Rocket man, burning out his fuse up here alone. Mars ain't the kind of place to raise your kids. In fact, it's cold as hell, and there's no one.
The fact that the landing was actually done in a television studio.
And it was the big black background with, like, you know, fake stars and stuff.
It's the flag being planted on the moon facing one way, and the shadow of the man being the other way.
I mean, I've heard that maybe the terrain that was seen on the video wasn't accurate, the walking wasn't accurate.
There are no stars in some of the photographs, and that there should be because there was no atmosphere and that the stars would shine so brightly.
Those photographs can be demonstrated not to have been taken on the lunar surface.
Not to have been taken on the lunar surface.
Now, if they were not taken on the lunar surface, there's only one other place they could have been taken, and that's on Earth.
I wonder if one day that you say that you care. If you say you love me madly, I'll gladly be there like a puppet on a string. Love is just like a merry-go-round with all the fun of the fair. One day I'm feeling down on the ground, then I'm up in the air. Are you leading me on? Tomorrow will you be gone? I wonder if one day that you'll say that you care. If you say you love me madly, I'll gladly be there like a puppet on a string. I may win on the roundabout, then I'll lose on the swings. In or out, there is never a doubt just who's pulling the strings. I'm all tied up in you, but where's it leading me to? I wonder if one day that you'll say that you care. If you say you love me madly, I'll gladly be there like a puppet on a string. I wonder if one day that you'll say that you care. If you say you love me madly, I'll gladly be there like a puppet on a string. Like a puppet on a string.
Cut! Oh, come on, guys, we've got one shot at this.
Stand up for your right. Get up